This video is brought to you by catbeast.com.
What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team, stand up! Now, if it is not the biggest conspiracy problem that is coming into 2016 that will never go away is the predictions and the also different stories of people swearing that somebody's alive. For example, Tupac Shakur, bro. Do you really honestly think, especially coming for all you Tupac fans, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I was born in 1995. I was born like literally right when they fucking like passed away. Biggie and Tupac, you know what I'm saying? So a nigga was not around to listen to me. So I did listen to music, obviously Aftermath and all that shit. I'm not the biggest hardcore fan. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to put on no front and all that shit talking about I know all the Tupac and Biggie songs, because I don't. But most definitely did they get respect for where they deserve. Do you really think if any one of those guys were alive today, do you really think they'll be hiding? These niggas can literally hop on a fucking beat, anybody's beat, with them just fucking coughing, sneezing, and breathing, and sell more hits and copies, mixtape cover, whatever, than Drake, all them other rappers. You know what I'm saying, bro? We're gonna be checking out some educational lists, by the way, bro, on this hashtag Turn Up Tuesday. 10 famous people you think passed away but didn't, bro. Now, really what I want to, look into this for one, because like, why would you want to fake your death? Do you know how much money you're losing while you're trying to do all this? Maybe they may be stressed, who knows, bro, but we're going to be getting mind blown by the richest once again.
Let's face it, we know that when a celebrity dies, that's it.
Yeah.
They're gone. But what if there was even the tiniest shred of a chance that they weren't dead? It's that slimmest bit of hope, that 1%
I knew they were gonna
chance
show
that our
Tupac.
favorite rapper became an FBI informant, or that teenage star just wanted to get away from the fame that makes some people hold on to the hope that some of the biggest dead celebrities could still be alive and kicking.
Here we go.
Tupac. In 1996, rapper Tupac Shakur was gunned down in Las Vegas.
We all know that.
From day one,
R.I.P.
rumors
Tupac.
swirled that he wasn't actually dead. After all, he was cremated quite quickly. The murderers were never found, and new songs
Still
kept
never
being
found.
released long after he was dead. Then the sightings started. Pictures of him at a rally, stories and photographs from Cuba, and a viral shot of Tupac with Rihanna, all fueling the belief that he's been in hiding for 20 years.
That's lost of money, like
If
can't
you've
see
ever
it.
followed the career of this comedian, then you know that he was strange, off the wall, and exactly the kind of person who was into hoaxes.
I never knew
According
him.
to a close friend, the 35-year-old had actually talked about faking his death years before lung cancer killed him in 1984. Kaufman had also met with a man named Alan Abel, a professional hoaxer who had managed to fake his own death in 1979. Then, of course, there are the blurry photos and fuzzy video, all said to be of this former comedian now living in New Mexico. Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee.
In 1993, while filming what was supposed to be his breakout film, The Crow, Brandon Lee was killed by a gun which accidentally fired a real bullet. Immediately, the conspiracy theories swirled. In one strange story, those who think Lee is still alive believe he has taken on the identity of Christopher Green, a political activist.
What?
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain.
In the 1990s, the music world was rocked by the suicide of Nirvana's lead singer, Kurt Cobain. The figurehead of the grunge movement, Cobain's death was breaking news and had many thinking it couldn't possibly be true.
That's what they all say.
Among a string of unanswered questions, some cite the bizarre suicide note and the total lack of conclusive crime scene photos as proof that the rocker is still alive.
But where's the
There's even
proof?
one insane theory that he became Weezer frontman Rivers Cuomo. River Phoenix. In the world of rising stars that were snuffed out too early, River Phoenix is one of the biggest. The 23-year-old actor died of a drug overdose just outside the notorious Viper Room in 1993. Or did he? Conspiracy theorists think he continues to live on as Mark Dice, a political activist. Various polls and
I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna be 100% real with the situation again. Now, I don't know if you guys that are from my main channel subscribed over here know of anybody named Nick the Bulls fan, my nigga, but like every single day, I'm actually subscribed on the other channel, by the way, to him and a guy named Philip DeFranco. Philip DeFranco is a news channel similar to Scarce and Keemstar. Bro, every fucking day I see a Philip DeFranco upload, bro. I want to sit up there and say it's fucking Nick the Bulls fan, literally just in disguise on a whole different channel, bro. Like, I swear, have you ever seen somebody that literally looks so alike, my nigga? Like, you just sit up there and be like, damn, bro. Like, did this person like die way back in the day? This is like a clone of somebody else, bro. Like, shit is so scary, my nigga. And the thing is, they don't have no DNA of y'all.
This one is a bit of a stretch. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
When you're the
Legend.
king of pop and one of the world's biggest celebrities, you just know your death is going to stir up all sorts of stories. But is Michael Jackson still alive? Well, if you believe he is, then his 2009 death was simply a way to get away from the media's circus that dogged him every day. Even though we have chilling post-mortem photos of the singer, some will point out the casket was closed during his funeral. Then there's the 2016 picture said to be of Jackson sitting in a crowd. If he's trying to stay away from the cameras, he's failing pretty miserably.
What? That looked way
Elvis
too
Presley.
alike. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm not the biggest conspiracy believer out there, flight crew, but give me a break, son. You can't sit up here and tell me this man does not resemble anything of Michael Jackson. Bro, even the chin, the booty chin, once you see something like that, my nigga, like, you gotta sit up here and say something like, damn, bro, this is something serious,
Said to be
bro.
of Jackson sitting in a crowd.
Oh my
If he's trying to
gosh.
stay away from the cameras, he's failing pretty miserably.
That is so wild, bro. I didn't even know there was a
Elvis
conspiracy
Presley.
on Jackson, dog.
Every year, people swear they see Elvis Presley, usually at their local grocery store or gas station. How could the singer possibly be alive? People will point out the inconsistencies when it came to his death. First, it was a heart attack, then an overdose, and one family member even said it was suicide. The body in the casket was thought to be wax, and some observers even said it was sweating, as if he was still alive. Then there's the never-ending sightings, which are surely proof, or maybe just evidence that too many people have sideburns and really dated fashion sense.
Huh?
Jim Morrison. It was said the lifestyle of drugs and alcohol killed Jim Morrison in 1971 at the age of 27.
Sad.
But some fans say he just needed to get away from it all. That would explain all the sightings over the years from Paris to the United States. There's even one homeless hippie that's popped up in New York who some are convinced is actually Morrison. After all, he talks like him, moves like him, and we guess kinda looks
Bruh,
like
now, can you actually put this into thinking, dog? Because, like, you know, when I just, like, realized, like, going back to this picture right here, you know, it's funny because I actually watched the Ricky Williams documentary, and I was a huge Ricky Williams fan up until, like, he was in Texas and all that shit. Even when people was fucking about to call him a bust, and he proved all them haters wrong. I was there since the 2003 Dolphin Stiff Arm, bro. Yes, my nigga, bro. I have heavy respect for Ricky Williams no matter what happened. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you know, when we first heard that little thing, then he came out and said that he's leaving the NFL for the marijuana. Yes, everybody was pissed. It was kind of very awkward and strange, bro. But you gotta think about it, too. Maybe sometimes the fame gets, like, too much crazy in some of these celebrities' head, bro. Like, I just want to, like, move away. Like, Ricky Williams had a social anxiety disorder, bro. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a social anxiety disorder, bro. I actually met a couple of people in real life that actually had that, bro. And it is not easy, especially when you're going to the NFL, when you're around professional athletes, bro. You're depending on talking to them 24/7, basically, man. And what are y'all doing on the field? Talking all the time. So, I mean, you can't just take somebody that has a huge ass disability and think they're gonna be all right, my nigga. And then on top of that, you have all these people just like kicking them like a dead horse and all that shit, bro. So that's why I never judge people no matter what situation they go through, man. But you know, I hope you guys take that in consideration.
And we guess kinda looks like him.
I don't know why this, but it just reminded me of Ricky Williams so bad,
Diana.
dog. That's so weird.
In 1997, the world was shocked to hear that Princess Diana had been killed in a car crash. Some actually think the princess faked her own death to escape the media who had followed her since the 1980s. Of course, such an elaborate plan is ridiculous sounding, especially when you add in that she would have to cut herself off from her two sons, William and Harry. Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse.
Medical experts, family, and friends are all certain that singer Amy Winehouse passed away in 2011. Sure, there are overactive imaginations, but more than a few people actually believe the singer is alive after faking her death. One theory put forward blows everything else out of the water by arguing Winehouse is on an island with Tupac and Michael Jackson. That must be some...
That would be wild, dog. Could a potential album drop? What do y'all think about these insane conspiracy theories, man? This really opened my eyes up a lot, and it kind of made me mad on some of them, bro, because, like, I don't know, bro, like, it just is so crazy, dog, how many sightings you see of these celebrities. Like, why would they want to just hide just out the blue like that? But then I'll kind of be hypocritical of going back to what I was talking about with the Ricky Williams situation, man. So think about that at the end of the day. Like, if you guys get a chance, man, I recommend you guys watch that Ricky Williams documentary, bro. That shit will open up your eyes and really tell you, bro, like, anything somebody may look happy and all that shit, bro. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. But as usual, Flight Crew, if you guys enjoyed and learned something brand new today, be sure to smack that like button. Get down below in the comment section what you guys would like me to react to next. You guys know where to find me on social media by now.
600 on a pair of jeans. I just seen my side bitch on the TV screen.